Hello, U.S. tennis fans. This is the Squinch coming at you with another mishit tennis hitting sesh. We are going to talk about Indian Wells. It didn't really get started till yesterday, just qualifiers Monday and Tuesday. And then, so it's really not like a 2 week tournament, it's more of like a 10 dayer. But anyways, we're going to talk about Indian Wells. We're going to talk about, didn't have any seeded players playing so far, but we did lose an American or two off the board, unfortunately. Talk about that. Show you a little bit what's going on about the playbill. And yeah, that's what we're going to get into. So hope you enjoy. All right, what should we start with today? I'm not, well, you know what? Let's start where we always start. Let's take a look at the schedule. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We're in March 6th. So we are here, the first week of Indian Wells, and it is getting interesting, without a doubt. We have all of the non-seeded players in play. So basically, what happens is you get, like, I think it must be a 96 player field. Um, the top 32 seeds get automatic buys, and we had a lot of players in there. And then the the next 64 all play against each other to slot in against those top 32 seeds. So what happened yesterday? Unfortunately, well, let's just come over here and take a quick look straight from the horse's mouth. But we lost Peyton Stearns. I know that much. I did my best to watch it. She had a point in the second set where she just the whole the whole match turned on it, unfortunately. But let's just look at scores over here and let's go to yesterday and see who we had in action. All right, let's start with women. Pushes us to Thursday. Awesome. We'll go over here, look at it this way. Okay, so basically, maybe this is a better way to do it actually. Women's singles Wednesday. Yesterday. So it's round of 128, right? First round. Ashlyn Kruger, who's in our top 40. Let's get some more stuff up here. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with from the guide. Don't need you open. We could have looked at it here too. Matrix. So Goff, 345, Goff, Pegula, Keys. This is what they're ranked in the world. Doesn't necessarily transpose to what they're seated in the tournament because people could be missing, right? On the men's side, Sinner's suspended, so everybody moves up one, right, with their seed bait from their ranking. And all these tournaments seed things a little differently. I think they have the power to kind of do it themselves to some degree. So 3, 4, 5, 8, 14, 18. Goff, Pegula, Keys, Navarro, Collins. Those are our big hitters. Those are our top 20s. Oh, forget that. And Anisimova, let's make sure she's in bold too, because she's now in the top 20s. That's why I have these lower numbers bolded. And then our second string, the ones that are kind of coming up, but they're pretty far back there, they're all ranked in the 40s. So they have a long ways to go, is Kruger, Stearns, Kennan, and Kessler. However, Anisimova was with them a month ago. Look at her now, right? She was 41 on February 10th. On March 3rd, she's 18th. So it can be done, obviously. So let's look at what happened yesterday's matches. We gave up on ESPN and we came over here. We had Kruger advance, right? So she's one of our second stringers. Um, Unfortunately, she had to take out one of our third stringers to do it, but so be it. That was a big deal. Osaka lost in the first round. She put out a tweet or an Instagram saying that she played like shit, basically, and she apologized. Dolehide, we've heard that name for a long time. She sneaks through. She's been around living. She also plays a lot of doubles. Here's the match I watched. It was really disappointing. So she wins the second set. Yes, it was at the beginning of the third set. She just lost her mind. She had total control of this point. She had to just hit two volleys, and she left the one. She hit them both right. They were both putaways, and she gave one right to Lynette. She gave them both right to Lynette, and Lynette passed her, and it was just such a mental. You could see it, man. She lost like probably 6 out of the next 8 points, and just lost control of that set right there. And that's all we had, I think. You see some names in here: Para, um, Baptiste. She won. She's gonna see. She came in as a qualifier. Ann Lee, these are people that played in the Australian Open also. So a lot of them lost. So unfortunately they lost there, and now they're losing here. But still good to check it out. So let's see what happened on the men's side. I think we only had Marcus Giron. Let's go ahead over to the matrix, or we can use the guide here. Men, we've got Fritz, Paul, Shelton, Tiafo is our A team. Korda, Mickelson, Nakashima is our B team, and I don't think that's right anymore, so we should use the matrix, never the guide for that stuff. Because the guide doesn't get as updated. We got to retire the guide, actually, and just build a website. Anyways, Fritz, Paul, Shelton, Tiafo is the A team, and it was pretty close. It's just that you also have Duran. Korda, Mickelson, Nakashima, Duran, and of course, like it looks like Korda being 24th, also seeded. Mickelson probably not, right on the edge of getting seeded. Maybe he was seeded 32nd. He might be seeded. So the only two that we should have had going is, oh, Nakashima's 33. Those guys might have both gotten seeded. I think we have to look at that. Easiest way to look at that is to just go over here, go to the draw, make it bigger. All right, let's look down here at the bottom. Who are the Nakashima and Mickelson? Last two seeds. So they get a walkover. That's great. I mean, that's such a huge step for somebody like that in their career at their age. They no longer have to play that first match against maybe some qualifier who's coming off 2 straight wins and playing awesome. Maybe some wild card that's like some gonna have all the crowd support. Like who knows? Like there's just it's so big getting to the point where you get that seed in these 1,000 tournaments because it just saves you. It saves you. You start the tournament 2 days later, 3 days later. If you win a round or two, you've only got 2 matches under your belt instead of three. I mean, there's just so much to it. But that meant that only Duran was in action yesterday, and the men will have nobody in action today. So that's fine. Let's take a look at what happened. Men's singles. I was watching this. He won in straights. I was also doing something else at the same time. Oh, Basilashvili. I massacred that. Basilashvili. Boy, I don't know. Maybe I should just not try. Anyways, he had a cool little trick underhand serve, a little trick underhand serve, and it didn't get him when I was watching it. But lost some other guys. Colton Smith, I'm not too familiar with. We'll have to take a look. Basil Veretti, unfortunately, man, thinking maybe he could do something. Tristan Boyer, we've seen that name before. He's going to play another round. Who knows who he'll match up against? And then what do we got here? What do we got here? Riley Opelka, our big server, out. Jerome wins in straights. It's closer than, it was a close match, but we'll see. He needs to win one more match. He's got to cement himself in that top 50. He's barely in. If we take a look at him on the matrix, 46, 47, 46. This is through the second half of last year. He just barely hovered in there. Finishes 46th. Opens up the new year. Not bad, not bad. Oh shit, he must have lost some points. Goes right down to 49. Falls out of the top 50 between 210 and 3-3. And now he's back in. So that's cool. What else? How about we talk for a quick second about, let's take a look at what's coming up, right? This is kind of a question. So I'm kind of streaming today because when I look at the schedule, right? And I look at the schedule, I think to myself, see how I got some weeks marked off as Monday, Thursday, and some weeks are daily, some are Monday only. What should those be Monday, Thursdays? Is basically what I'm deciding. Should everything just be a Monday, Thursday? Is it too, like, I mean, how many are there where I wouldn't be, like, what am I really saving by not doing that Thursday stream? I make my summer easier in here, I guess. I don't know. I still got to figure that out. I don't like the lighting in here. I should have set it up better when I started. So I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. That should have evened out the lighting a little bit more from both sides. What next? What next? What next? So yeah, I was just waxing poetic, musing about my schedule that I don't know what it's going to be. That's why I'm not too upset that I'm not getting any followers or any traction yet, because I'm so unprepared for that day still. This is a hobby. This is going to be a labor of love. So if it takes me a year or two to actually get all the infrastructure built and taught into myself, perhaps, um, of what this misfit tennis is going to be. I apologize, but I'm being very honest about it. It is what it is. Okay, what we decided to do, take a look at what's coming up today. What do we got going today? Men's singles scheduled. All right, men's singles. Fonseca in as a wild card. Why wouldn't he get in it with a ranking? That's weird. Everybody loves him. They think he's going straight to top five player in the world. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Curios playing. Oh, what's up? He's always making some noise. Curios is like one of the original trolls. Like he is one of those people, certainly on the tennis scene, that recognized that the internet, from a money making perspective, you should just use it however you feel like and never apologize for anything. Just make noise, make people hear you, and they will follow you, and you will make more money. Is generally how it goes. I will not be taking that approach with Misfit Tennis. I'm not out here trying. Well, kind of a little bit like my Twitter profile, like when in troll land. One must troll, I suppose. The plan is for the Twitter profile to be, I'm always going to take the side of an American if I'm watching a match, and there's something um, confrontational about it. Of course, we're going to tweet it out that whoever's playing the American is the bad guy. But and I'm not going to hold my tongue necessarily if it's easy to do that in a trollish manner. But I don't know that I'm a very good troll, so I'm not going to go out of my way to try to do it. But some part of it, I suppose, is building. Missing tennis is maybe 5 to 10% troll, because the X account is definitely going to seek to get more visibility, more impressions, and then engagements. So first on X or Blue Sky or all of them, you need impressions, right? And hopefully that algorithm, that social media platform's algorithms likes what you're putting out there enough to impress it upon random people. Um, and then if not, um, you're kind of screwed. But even if it is, you still might be screwed, because then you have to get people to engage with it for the algorithm to like it more, meaning they have to like it or retweet it or whatever. So, so yeah, I'm learning about that right now. That's one of the other parts to this that you certainly don't see as much here. Although, go give me a follow if you happen to catch this here. I mean, or give me a subscribe here as well. Anyways, let's keep looking here. So we've got Tien. He's not in the top 50, but he is one of the stories of 2025 so far. He is knocked off Medvedev in the Australian Open, and then Tsitsipas. Who did he just beat in the? We gotta look this up. Not Tsitsipas. It was Zverev in just a couple weeks ago, and oh man, it was awesome. So yeah, he got Zverev in Acapulco. That one is 500 in Acapulco, just a couple weeks ago. So yeah, uh, so there's the win against Zverev, and Australian Open. Like, look at the run he made at the Australian Open to the round of the 16. Gets Medvedev here. Yeah, in the second round. Wow. Mute. I don't think I'm saying his name wrong. That's a tough out. Zvera Makak Machach Makak. I don't know how to say that one. Oh, he lost anyways. That would have been a tough one. So anyways, yeah, Tien's playing really great, and he's going today. Brooksby, we've seen these names. These are not top 50 guys that I follow the way I follow the other ones. So not too much there. And then on the woman's side, Kennan is in our top 50. She'll be playing today, 11 a.m. local, 12 p.m. my time. I'm in Mountains time zone. They're in California, so they're 1 hour ahead of me. Kessler is the other one. She's playing round of 128 against tonight against Blinkova. Jovic, oh, I watched her at the Australian Open. She's, I think, probably a couple years away, but fun to watch. Keeping an eye on her. And that's about it today. So nothing too big today. So in the first round of these tournaments, I mean, certainly no benefit in streaming every day. The question is, do I go Monday, Thursday instead of Monday? Maybe I just stick with the original. Who knows? All right, enough of looking forward to what's going on today. Let's take a look at the schedule again. What does that mean for this weekend, really, when things start to get interesting? And I think we just stick with the schedule, right? So Thursday, how much going on? So like the first matches, everybody's going to be getting into their first matches Friday and Saturday. And so then it might be done with the second round, halfway through the second round, probably Monday when we start back up next week. That seems about the right time to start back up. We take stock of who's left. Maybe I should start using a whiteboard and make a list and we start crossing. Oh, well, that's what the playbill's doing. Maybe I should show you guys the playbill a little bit. This is what I'm working on, so it's taking a while, and I refuse to start paying monthly again with Adobe by going to get Photoshop again. Like I used to be, at one point in time in my life, I could get around Photoshop pretty good. So I did all the research and I decided I was going to invest in a program called Pixelmator Pro. It's actually been bought by Apple. I think some degree of it is being built into maybe the Apple platform. Who knows if they build, that would be something if they built this into, what is their drawing program? I want to say MS Paint, but that's not what I'm thinking. It's like it's not GIMP. I don't know, but whatever. If they maybe they're gonna just make something like that inherent on Apple's, but I needed it now, so I went and paid $50 for it. And this is like traditional old school software. It's not a subscription model. I've got it forever, and I never have to pay again. So, anyways, I'm working on this Misfit Tennis playbill, but it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, right? I had to redo the logo, and now I'm not happy with that because I actually want another circle of white that goes around as well. It's going to make it for a little different context up top. But so I got the logo, the newest version of the logo. It's still a very unfinished version, but Misfit Tennis USA playbill. I've done the men, now I got to do the women. And the trick to this is, how do I build something that looks good, right? Because this is ultimately just going to get tweeted up or X'd out on X, or I don't know, posted on X and posted on Blue Sky every morning. And um, it's got to be fast. I got to be able to update this thing in like less than 3 minutes, is the way I look at it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the mornings. I'm going to get the men. So basically, yeah, the design is over here, but the editable portion the of the playbill, which I decided to make on. Okay, we can get rid of move to trash. In the sheet, that's what I'm working on. So basically, the idea is that I can just save these out. I can edit them very quickly in here, right? I can say keys lost or our next opponent or the next match. And then I can save it out, cut it out, slap it into the other design, and it will all look like a nice pretty. And we'll all know if we follow the Misfit Tennis, we'll know who's playing that day at what time, what's on there. And I don't think I want to do anything more than that. It's literally just a quick little schedule. I would put the station on that you can watch it, but I don't know that that has a ton of value. And I'll show you what I kind of no, I can't. Maybe I can. No, maybe I can. Let me see if I can show you what I'm kind of modeling it after by going to Blue Sky and looking up my favorite podcast, Scuffed. Yeah, so they make a playbill called the World Tour Midweek Playbill, and it basically tells us, and this is telling us all the United States, USA soccer players that play in Europe, and it's for like sickos that follow the USA soccer team the way I follow the USA tennis players. But it's for people like that, and I also happen to keep an eye on the soccer team, so it comes in handy if I mean, I never watch it. It doesn't come in handy. I never look at the stuff, but I do generally think it's cool that like if you wanted to, you would just know where all our big and these are our biggest stars, right? Anthony Robinson, oops, uh, uh, Turner, like these are all the biggest hitters on our actual USA soccer teams. Chris Richards, Weston McKennie, Timo Weah, Christian Pulisic, Yunus Musa, and you have to be playing in Champions League to be playing midweek right here. So pretty much, you can also if you're in Championship, but it's got all this stuff like it's just got a lot of information. I always thought it was really cool. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to kind of that's inspiration, and I'm gonna see if I can get something cool going that way. I can't believe it's already 10 o'clock. Do I talk that much that easily? I guess I do. I don't really feel like today was very interesting. If anybody finds it, I doubt they're going to watch very much of it. So it is exactly the same as everything I've produced so far. But I produced it, and that's what matters. We're still sticking to the schedule. We're still rolling forward. And I'm sorry it's taken a while to really get big improvement into the channel. But we'll do it. We'll do it. It's going to be a slow roll. All right. Thanks for watching. Let's go USA Tennis. Till next Monday. Go hit some balls.